Good afternoon, the media news. I am Babatunde Panopo. In line with the recommendation of the State Advisory Council on Prerogative of Mercy, Governor Adeleke has exercised prerogative of mercy towards 53 convicts serving various convictions within the Nigerian Correctional Service. This is contained in a release by the spokesperson to the governor, Malam Olawale Rashid. The inmates whose names are set out in the schedule to the order have been convicted to various terms of imprisonment to which they have served substantial portions of the sentences. Another set convicted to death having spent a minimum of 10 years in custody. Following the recommendation made to the governor by the State Advisory Council on the prerogative of mercy that he should exercise his power in relation to the said inmate in order to mark the 2024 Christmas celebration. In the meantime, in line with the federal government palliative on transportation, the Road Transport Employees Association of Nigeria has released a new price list for transport fares to 12 states. RTEAN is among the 5 transport unions and companies partnering with the federal government in the Transport Palliative Scheme. Aside RTEAN, the National Union of Road Transport Workers, the Association of Luxurious Bus Owners of Nigeria, among others, have signed the Memorandum of Understanding with the federal government to ease the transportation burden of Nigerians willing to travel between December 24 to January 5 next year. The slash is targeted at cushioning high transport costs during the Yuletide. The government said it will pay 50% of the transport fare of the travelers as it commenced free rail transportation for citizens on December 20 this year. The Chief Executive Officer of GIGM, Enahoro Okai, told the newsmen that the scheme was running as agreed with the government of Nigeria. The Central Bank of Nigeria has attributed the significant decline in oil revenue for the third quarter of 2024 to aging pipeline infrastructure and operational inefficiencies. According to the Apex Bank's latest economic report for the third quarter of 2024, oil revenue fell by 24.72% to 1.30 trillion naira compared to the second quarter of the year 2024. This drop was largely due to lower receipts from petroleum profit tax and royalties. Also, the revenue figure fell short of the quarterly target by 75.39%, primarily due to frequent shut-ins caused by deteriorating pipelines and installations. The report also noted that despite a modest increase in crude oil production to 1.33 million barrels per day from 1.27 million barrels per day in the preceding quarter, challenges including theft, vandalism, and infrastructure deficits severely hampered Nigeria's oil revenue performance. General Christopher Musa has given the warning that anybody that harbors any terrorist risk being a target by the Nigerian soldiers. The Chief of Defense Staff gave the warning when he visited troops in Gingian Cantonment, Sokoto State. According to him, there was no mistake in the Christmas Day airstrikes targeted at the Lakurawa terrorist group in Sokoto State. A fighter jet bombed 2 communities in Silame local government area, killing suspected terrorists. But the Sokoto state government said 10 civilians were mistakenly killed in the bombing. General Musa revealed that some individuals are harboring terrorists in the area, appealing to the public to support the security agencies with information about the hideout of any criminal. General Musa stated that regardless of the controversy surrounding the airstrikes, the military would continue with its operations and would not relent in fighting criminal elements, but would avoid civilian casualties as long as even they do avoid staying where the criminals are. The Federal Road Safety Corps has confirmed the death of 2 people and 15 others injured in a lone accident involving a Toyota IS bus at Shakpade on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway in Ogun State. The spokesperson for FRSC in Ogun, Mrs. Florence Okpe, explained that the incident was caused by tire burst, which resulted in the loss of control, saying that the bus somersaulted and crashed. She said that 18 people were in the bus marked LSR 585YH, including 9 men, 5 women, 2 boys, and 2 girls, adding that 15 people who got injured comprised 8 men, 4 women, 2 boys, and 1 girl, while 2 people died, comprising 1 man and a woman. She noted that the sector commander, Akiwumi Fashaki, advised motorists to pay more attention to their vehicles, especially during high vehicular movement. And on to sports. Super Eagles B players took turns practicing penalty kicks to conclude their exhaustive training session at the magnificent Godswill Akpabio International Stadium in Uyo. The training session covered all aspects of the game, including goalkeeping, defending, and most importantly, attacking and goal scoring under the supervision of Daniel Ogumodede and Fidelis Ilechukwu. The Super Eagles B's NPFL stars trained on the floodlights. Before wrapping up the session at about 7:25 p.m., each of the 23 players took turns taking a penalty kick. The first leg of the CHAN qualifier in Accra, Ghana last weekend ended goalless. If Saturday's return leg match at the Next of Champions also ends in a draw, the 2 teams will resort to penalty kicks to determine the winner, especially now that the away goals rule no longer applies. The 2024 CHAN will be jointly hosted by 3 East African nations, Tanzania, Kenya, and Uganda, with the winner of the Nigeria Super Eagles beat Ghana Black Galaxies qualifier scheduled to play their group games in Tanzania. Now on the foreign scene, South Korean lawmakers have impeached the acting president as the country struggles to shake off political turmoil sparked by his predecessor's martial law declaration that shocked the world. Mr. Dok-soo took over as acting president from President Yoon Suk Yeol, who was suspended following a parliamentary vote over his move to impose martial law. However, opposition MPs demanded Han, who is also prime minister, be removed from office, as well as arguing that he had refused demands to complete Yoon's impeachment process and to bring him to justice. Counting for the impeachment was delayed as ruling People's Power Party lawmakers protested in Parliament after Wu said only a simple majority was needed in the 300-member Parliament to proceed with the impeachment. PPP lawmakers began chanting angrily, and many rushed towards Wu, demanding that he resign. They did not take part in the vote. And with that, we've come to the end of the midday news on OSBC TV. Join us at 3 for the state news. Good afternoon.